everybody. I'm here where I keep my rodents, and a lot of you have been asking for a rodent update, for a rat update, and this is an update that maybe not a lot of you would expect. So you can see what that is. That's a freezer. I'm switching over to frozen thawed because it's become a lot of work to keep these rodents, and now that school's going to start, I don't have the time to be taking care of these rodents. So as you can see, here's some of the baby small rats. They're already frozen. They were all euthanized, mainly euthanized. So, one swift blow and they were gone. And here I have about 20-something small rats frozen already. And here's the CO2 chamber that I've created. And this is the first time that I ever used it. And as you can see, there's already one rat that was put to sleep, and then you flood it. Let me explain to you how this works. You have a CO2 with an on and off and a macro line, okay? And you have the tub. Here's another exhaust line, and into the water. What happens is you start off the CO2 slowly. CO2 pushes up, pushes out the oxygen through the exhaust. The exhaust comes out into the water, doesn't let oxygen back in. What happens is when you put it in slowly, they fall to sleep. Once they fall asleep and they close their eyes and the breathing slows down, you flood it with CO2. Then you flood it for 30 seconds and turn it off. Wait 3 minutes, boom, they're gone. And that's the most humane way to euthanize it. It was done by, I think, a university. I forgot what university it was that they declared that CO2 was the most humane way to euthanize any animal, or except, well, rodents and stuff, for feeding. Euthanize animals for feeders. And those are the medium rats right now that I'm getting rid of right now, and they're all going to go in here. Somebody's going to come today to buy this rack and a couple breeders, so they're going to be taking probably the bigger, the jumbos, like the hairless rat and some of the proven breeders. But all these girls, they're going to be humanely euthanized. It's a sad goodbye, but you got it. These were going to end up being feeders anyways, so that's what's happening. Alright guys, so I'll be back later once I'm done cleaning everybody out, and once I'm done with everything. Alright, well, the guy came, picked up the rack, and picked up 30 rats. Sold out 30 rats for him, and a rack. Made a good deal of money. Now I'm just finishing off the couple rats that I have left, and then I'll be getting a shipment of frozen rats in pretty soon, and I'll be showing you guys the update. Well, I'm going to cut the video right here and continue it later. Show you guys what everything looks like when it's done. Alright, so this is the finished product of the rat room. Right now we're just airing out the room. We got a little fan going. I cleaned out this whole wall with Clorox and water, and then I sprayed this wall because it's cartoned with Lysol, just in case the smell got onto the wall. This whole room right now is aired out. We're going to leave it open and keep spraying some Lysol in overnight and clean it next week. Here are the frozen rodents. Here we have some rat pups, small rats. The medium and larges are down here. And this is just for now until we get a shipment in of frozen rodents. So this is the finished product right here. This is the last of the rat room for now. Later. Alright everyone, I'm back home after doing a lot of work today at the rodent room, and everybody ate yesterday. Everybody ate fine, pre-killed. We'll see how they do frozen. I'm going to be doing another video when I feed frozen on how to switch off frozen thawed, how to switch a snake from live to frozen thawed. I have a whole theory thought out, and so far it's worked out. We'll see if they eat frozen. Alright, now before I put I was about to put the video up, but I knew that I was going to get a lot of questions on how to make a CO2 chamber. If you look up online, there's a lot of different ways to make a CO2 chamber. A lot of them have a huge bucket and another bucket inside of that, another bucket inside of that. The truth is, if you're not killing off 50 rats a week, you don't need to do that. I use this to kill off about 40 rats in a matter of an hour. So as you can see, this works quite well for killing off a couple rats. You know, you can fit in here 2 to 3 medium to large rats, and smaller rats, who knows? You know, you can fit like 5, 6, 7, 10. You know, however many fit. Now, basically, it's very easy to make. As you can see, it's an animal cracker jar, and I'm gonna go over the supplies. You need a jar that can seal on top so no air can escape. You're gonna need one hose, like for a fish tank. This is actually an aerosol machine hose, but you can use the ones from like a fish tank that give oxygen, and this will serve as your exhaust. And then then you will need a CO2 tank. Now, most of you guys know I used to play paintball, Division II paintball, and you know, I didn't have a CO2 tank laying around. I only had compressed air, so I had to go purchase one of these, and an on and off. A lot of the things online are using a remote line system that's very expensive, and you know, they're costing like $35 for a remote line, another $20 for the tank. You can get a used tank at any paintball store for like $5, and I got this for $5. This is an on and off system with something to put the macro line in. Let me explain to you what that is, and a 9-ounce CO2 tank. This is a macro line. Macro line is used on a paintball gun to get from your air system to your gun. This is going to serve the same purpose. Instead of using a remote system, you can have an on and off on your CO2 tank. You plug in the macro line. Let me do this real quick. Into your air system, and there you go. Now the air system. Now you have the air system on the macro line into the cookie jar. Now basically it's very easy. You put a hole up on top, you put a hole on the bottom. You insert the macro line into the bottom, and you seal it with a glue gun around so no air escapes. Do the same on top. Put your exhaust hose in, and you seal it with a glue gun. Have your on and off. That's how you make the chamber. Now there's one more thing. You need another bottle. This bottle can serve, I use a Coke bottle. You put water in the Coke bottle. Other end of the exhaust line goes into the Coke bottle with the water. What's going to happen is CO2 is going to be pumped into the chamber. It's going to rise up, take all the oxygen out into the water. Once the oxygen is in the water, once all the oxygen is out of here, it's just going to be pumping CO2, and no oxygen is going to go back into the chamber, humanely euthanizing your rodents. Very simple to use. I'm going to show you guys all the equipment I use so you guys can go through this if you plan to do this. It works well if you're going to kill off, 2, 3, 5, 10 rodents a week. CO2 tank, on and off, macro line, insert it into the cookie jar, seal it, exhaust line, seal it with a glue gun. Is the exhaust line, water bottle, exhaust line goes in there, into the water. All you need is your rodent, and you're done. Alright guys, I'll be doing another video shortly, feeding frozen thawed. Alright guys, later.